Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Jikook Diaries, where every heartbeat, every lingering gaze, and every moment between Jungkook and Jimin is a story waiting to be told. And today, we're not just talking about a simple glance or passing interaction, we're talking about that look. The kind of look Jungkook gives Jimin that isn't just affection, it's devotion. It's the look of a man who sees forever in someone's eyes. It all started with one moment, one stolen second. Cameras flashing, fans screaming, the usual chaos that follows BTS wherever they go, but amidst all of it, there's Jungkook. And then there's his eyes. And they're not searching the crowd, not lost in distraction. They're locked onto Jimin, steady, soft, protective, and absolutely full of love. He watches her, watches him like everything else around them doesn't exist. As if Jimin's smile is the only thing anchoring him to the ground. The look isn't fleeting. It's tender, quiet, and full of something far deeper than mere friendship. There's admiration, there's warmth, but above all, there's ownership. Not the controlling kind, no. The kind that says, "You're mine and I'm yours." It's not the first time we've seen it, but this one hits differently. Maybe it's the way Jungkook leans ever so slightly toward Jimin, as if drawn by gravity. Maybe it's the subtle smile tugging at his lips that he tries to hide when Jimin speaks. Or maybe it's just the way his entire expression softens the moment Jimin enters the room, like his whole world has arrived. And Jimin? He notices. Of course, he does. There's a flicker in his eyes when he catches Jungkook looking. Not embarrassment, not surprise, but something that says he's seen that look before. Something that says it's familiar, comforting, like coming home. They move around each other like two people who've shared lifetimes together. Like two souls that have already chosen one another. No words need to be exchanged. The glances, the smiles, the energy, it says more than anything ever could. And we, as fans, we're left watching this quiet intimacy unfold in front of us, trying to stay composed while screaming inside. Because this isn't fanfiction. It isn't imagined. It's real. That look, that soft, grounding, unshakable look doesn't lie. There's a part in everyone who's ever been in love that recognizes what it looks like when someone truly sees you. When someone looks at you like you're the center of their universe. And that's what Jungkook gives Jimin. A gaze that doesn't wander. A gaze that chooses. So when we say, he looks at her like he's already her husband, we mean every single word. Because love like that doesn't wait for labels or ceremonies. It lives in the way one person holds another with just their eyes. And Jungkook? He's already holding Jimin like the most precious thing in the world. No matter how much the world sees, no matter how much they try to keep it subtle, the truth spills out in those candid seconds. In a crowded room, Jungkook's eyes still find Jimin. Still soften. Still love. And in that, we see everything. So, Jikook Diaries family, take a deep breath, because if this isn't real, then what is? See you in the next moment. Keep watching closely, because sometimes, love doesn't speak, it simply looks. But if you think that look was the only thing that made us melt, wait until you see the way Jungkook moves when Jimin's around. It's not just about eye contact anymore. It's the posture, the hesitation, the pull. It's in the subtle lean of his body when Jimin walks past, the almost imperceptible way he tilts his head to follow him. Like even if his eyes aren't directly watching, his soul still is. There's something magnetic between them, something the camera can't quite capture, but fans like us always sense. It's the way the air feels heavier when they're next to each other, charged with something unspoken. The kind of energy that makes you pause and wonder, is this what it feels like to watch someone fall in love over and over again? And what makes this all even more tender is how natural it looks. Jungkook isn't trying. He's not performing. He's simply being himself. But himself when Jimin is near is a softer, more grounded version. Like Jimin brings out the calm in him, the stillness, the peace. Have you noticed how often Jungkook becomes quiet when Jimin speaks? It's like he's listening with his entire being, not just his ears, but with his heart. There was this one behind-the-scenes moment barely caught on camera, just a few seconds long. The members were gathered, talking, laughing, and there was a gentle buzz in the air. But then Jimin said something softly, nothing dramatic, Just a small, quiet comment meant only for Jungkook to hear. And Jungkook froze for just a heartbeat. Then he turned to Jimin with this look that can only be described as reverent. Like he couldn't believe someone like Jimin existed. Like he wanted to frame that moment and carry it forever in the back of his mind. He didn't say anything, just looked. And Jimin, without missing a beat, smiled at him like he knew exactly what that look meant. Because he did. That's the thing about them, it's not always about the big moments. It's in the tiny, overlooked seconds. The hand that hovers just a little too long before pulling away. The shared water bottles. The casual way they mirror each other's body language. The way Jungkook sometimes stands behind Jimin not to be in the spotlight, but to protect it. As if to say, let them look at you. I'll keep you safe from behind. Do you remember that time Jimin was adjusting his mic, fumbling with the wire during a live show? And Jungkook, without a word, stepped forward, reached out, and fixed it for him? It wasn't dramatic. It wasn't overly affectionate. But the way Jungkook's fingers moved so gently, the way he looked into Jimin's eyes just briefly to make sure he was okay, that's the kind of love that doesn't need grand declarations. It's the kind of love that's lived in action, in care, in consistency. And Jimin, in his own quiet way, gives it back. That's all it took. One touch. And Jungkook? He exhaled. The tension melted. His jaw unclenched. His entire posture changed, just from the warmth of Jimin's palm. If that's not love, then what is? It's these moments that make us believe in something bigger than what we see. Because real love doesn't always look like kisses or public hand-holding. Sometimes it looks like silent comfort. Like knowing exactly what the other needs before they ask. Like being each other's safest place. And for Jungkook, Jimin is that place. And the way Jungkook leaned into that touch, as if it was the only thing keeping him grounded. They've grown up together, faced the world side by side. And somewhere along the way, they stopped being just teammates or friends. They became each other's person. That's why moments like that look hit so hard. Because it isn't a one-time thing. It's a culmination of years, of memories, of silent promises. And if you really want to understand the depth of it, think about this. In a group like BTS, where every moment is monitored, every interaction dissected, Jungkook still lets himself look at Jimin like that. He doesn't hide it. He doesn't mask it. He lets the truth show in his eyes. Because sometimes, love refuses to be hidden. And maybe they don't need to say the words out loud. Maybe they don't need to confirm anything. Because for those of us who've been watching closely, we already know. So yes, he looks at her like he's already her husband. And maybe in the quiet corners of their universe, he already is. Maybe in the way he protects her. In the way she soothes him. In the way they see each other truly, deeply, they've already made that vow. And as fans, as witnesses to this beautiful connection, we're just grateful to see glimpses of it. To be let in, if only a little. To feel like we're watching something timeless unfold right before our eyes. Because love like that, it doesn't need permission. It doesn't need validation. It just is. And that Jikook Diaries family is what we hold on to. And that's where we end it for today, Jikook Diaries family. If you're feeling as nervous as we are, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Because every second with them is full of surprises and you don't want to miss a single one. Write in the comments, I saw that look too. If you believe their love is more than just a coincidence. See you in the next video. Keep believing, keep loving, and as always, keep your eyes on Jikook, because the truth always shows in the little things. Annyeong and stay soft always. Purple Heart.